speaking of the Mountain West, let's talk about next game. Air Force at Boise State, the blue turf. That line is at
7.
now. Boise State is favored by 7.
That is not a typo. If you're watching on YouTube, by the way, please subscribe. If you are new, like the video. If you're enjoying it so far, this is Boise State -7 against Air Force.
Yeah, and then talk about two teams that are look, and I want to say two teams in opposite directions, right? Air Force on a kind of a skid right now, and Boise State's been dominating teams, but they fired their coach, Spencer Danielson. He's their interim right now, and he's still in charge of that defense there, which I don't know if Boise State fans love that. Just know that there's a chance that Boise State fans, there's a chance that Danielson is your head coach next year. By the way,
well, if he wins this game.
Wins the Mountain West.
And wins Mountain West. How do you not really, really seriously get, unless you can go get, I don't know, Brian Harsin, Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore maybe would be the only guy that you could probably convince to the board that that Danielson's over.
I think there's quite a few names out there that I think would take the Boise State job. It's a good job in the Mountain West for sure. But Taylor Green, Mad Max, who's it gonna be? I don't know. Zach Larry. There's a picture of him up there on the graphics if you're watching on YouTube. Reminder on YouTube, if you like the content, like the video, and maybe throw us a subscription. That'd be awesome. Subscribe, hit that button. So easy. But if you're listening on Spotify, there's a picture of Zach Larry on the screen. He will not be playing on Friday. Once again, another Friday game. What a slate.
Mm-hmm.
What a slate on Friday we have this week. What a treat. So this game is likely, he's likely going to be out, which means they're going back to Jones. They had a great game plan for him though against UNLV.
Yeah, they really did.
And UNLV, I'll say their front seven, their linebacking core is kind of like what's been good for them. They did well,
especially that first half.
So this is hard for me. Boise State at home, they're humming, dude. They're so humming, man.
Dude,
and Air Force is just they're trending in the opposite direction, man.
Boise State is this close. That's why not that I didn't agree with I get why they
should have probably beaten Memphis. Trigger. They should have beaten Colorado State.
UCF was beatable. Fresno State, that game got close at the end there. But you're a couple bounces the balls away from being 10-2. And 5-1 in conference here. Obviously, you still have all your goals ahead of you. Mountain West Championship, that's your goal.
Yeah, what was it, 8 straight games that Boise State scored 30+ points? It's like their fourth or third largest streak in FBS right now, behind Oregon and Florida State. Some elite names. They're in some good company.
It was Taylor Green back again, though. The new coach, Spencer Danielson, went with Taylor Green instead of Mad Max.
I did not watch that game, so I have no intel as to why that was the case. But George Alani, dude, he's back, and so is Ashton Janty,
which is nice.
The
two-headed monster is awesome.
The 1-2 punch is so there. But with that being said, I'm gonna take the +7. If you're gonna give me the points with Air Force, I trust Troy Calhoun. I like what they did against UNLV. They were up in that game. They had a real chance to win that game.
They did.
UNLV was on Dawson's Diner, and we cashed. It was awesome. But there was a real chance that Air Force could have won that game.
Yeah.
So I'll take it, dude. It feels stupid in my head because I'm like, oh, these are two teams that are way trending in the opposite direction. Even though Boise State literally fired their coach. Avalos is gone. Big ol' Andy A, he's out of there.
Well, they fired him in a big win over New Mexico. Yeah. Now it's New Mexico, and all peace and love to New Mexico. But
they knew what they were doing. You're not going to wait. If you knew that you were going to fire him at the season, just get him out of there.
It was just taking weeks. That takes time to happen. You don't just wake up after a loss and you just fire a guy. It takes time to get the board, get the buyout, all that other logistics that come into being an athletic director and running an athletic department. It takes time to be able to do that and move on from a head coach like that.
So where are you at? What's your pick?
Dude, I'm going back and forth on it.
Dude, this is absurd. Now, and once again, we haven't even talked about it. Winner of this game goes to the Mountain West Championship.
Yeah,
have we even said that? This is a giant game in the Mountain West. This is enormous.
Yeah, the thing is here. This is a big. Another in rivalry week. We have a ton of home favorites in these big games, and that scares me because everything's telling me to take the home favorites and being this points to that, and then but some part of me is it's not going to happen. It's not going to play out exactly how you think. This chaos is going to ensue this weekend. You can almost guarantee it.
Oh, I forgot to say, I'm also taking Air Force to win this game straight up.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna fade you. Then I might as well go. Give me Boise State money line. Give me Boise State -7.
Okay.
I was kind of leaning that way, anyways. I just do think like the way they can run the football, I think that'll matter. And we've seen them in spurts be really, really explosive. And Air Force the same way, right? They can really jump on teams like that triple option, and defense can come in. You can really stack points and possessions together. But I think Boise State jumps on them early. I think they ride it out.
I trust the coaching staff at Air Force. That's my play. That's kind of my play.
Yeah, here. And I don't hate it. I've been going back and forth on this. I don't like this play at all. But I don't know. You guys let us know. Mountain West fans, Boise State, Air Force fans, let us know what you guys think.
Who's winning?
We have no idea.
I have no clue. No clue. I mean, if you're Boise State, it's interesting because if you're a Boise State fan, there's got to be some mixed feelings here, right? Like you're like, yes, let's go. We have a chance to win the Mountain West, but also like if you win the Mountain West, I don't know that all you Boise State fans want Danielson. That's my vibe. That's the pulse that I'm kind of getting from this fan base, that they don't want Danielson to be their coach. And if they win the Mountain West, like there's a good chance that he gets hired,
Yeah,
or he stays on staff as a DC, which is probably the worst case in Boise State fans.
But also, he probably has a good relationship with oh my goodness, Gatlin Bear. Thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
4-star wide receiver, prize recruit for you guys, which is obviously priority number 1. But I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Winning the Mountain West is priority 1.
I'm talking about in terms of recruiting.
No, you're right.
Of course, yes. This is what matters, and that's what obviously what Danielson will be focused on.